Okay, guys, it's time to do another Godzilla dissection, and for this one, I am doing Godzilla versus freaking Gigan. Yep, let's get to one of the nitty-gritty ones here. This one was released in 1972, a year after Godzilla vs. Hedorah, and this is what many would call the turning point of the Showa series. And I don't mean a turning point of a hero from the villain that he was. I mean turning point from fucking shit to just dog shit. And along with Godzilla vs. Megalon, these two are often said to be the worst of the franchise. Is that true? Well, like I said, it's all up to opinion, I guess. But when it comes down to just how much effort was put into this movie, yeah, I would definitely say it is one of the worst. Let's just be honest here. It is one of the worst Godzilla movies. And let's delve into why that is and a few merits the movie has. I guess I'll start with the history of the movie. I saw this movie way back thanks to my aunt who bought me the VHS. And at the time I thought it was alright. It didn't really I remember sticking in my mind that well. So yeah, I didn't really remember much about it as a kid. For some reason, even because of Megalon stood out a little bit more. But I think, oh yeah, I remember why. Because my VHS tape of it had broke. I didn't even get to finish the damn thing, which sucked. And I didn't see it for a long time afterwards, so I bought the Sony DVD of it. And then when I watched it, the Sony DVD, it's pristine, looks great, even though the special effects, I mean, not the special features are non-existent. Damn you, Sony. But I got to finally watch it in its entirety, and well, well. The plot, pretty simple. Aliens take over two monsters and make them attack Earth. We've heard this one before, and Godzilla angers go to stop him. The writing is fundamentally fucked up in this movie. So much bullshit. So much bullshit. I mean, for Christ's sake, the protagonists of the story are flat out uninteresting. I don't remember any of them, and none of them are played by any of the Toho veterans, so even more reason for me not to care. But like I said, none of them really stood out, and they didn't have any great story arcs like there would be in Godzilla Mechagodzilla or Terror of Mechagodzilla. It was just retarded. And there's so many laughably bad moments. It's just, what the hell, really? I think one of my favorite ones, which was just like something out of a cartoon, was the moment where they put all the dynamite in the elevator, and then it's so hilarious. They do a drawing, because the manga artist has to be relevant somehow. They do a drawing of the cast holding guns or whatever, I believe, and they put that in front of all the dynamite. So what's the plan? The plan is that when the elevator opens, the aliens will shoot at the drawing, thus igniting the dynamite, and boom, destroying the little Godzilla tower. You sit there and think, no, because then they actually do fall for it. The elevator literally opens and they just start shooting. Aliens are shooting away at the freaking poster. It's a drawing, dude. You could stop it. Then kaboom. So, yeah, that happened. I'm not going to dwell on the human side of things for this one that long because there's not much to say. I'll say this: the aliens there was some intrigue to the aliens that was interesting. Like how they murdered people to get those fake human bodies, and then apparently they want to take over the world because humans are mistreating it. Which I'll give them props. That's different than the motivation that was in Invasion of Astro Monster and Destroy All Monsters. However, the concept is entirely trashed by the fact that the aliens are fucking cockroaches. Fuck. The aliens in Invasion of Astro Monster looked human, but you didn't care that much because, whatever, not the first time we've seen human-looking aliens. And then Destroy All Monsters, we had aliens that had a very odd-looking form, which was great, They're humans only because they appear as humans because they want to. They actually look a whole lot worse. And then later on in the 70s, we had the little ape aliens, which were okay. And then later on down the line, Final Wars, we had the fish head looking aliens, which were meh. But this has got to be the worst excuse for aliens in all of the Godzilla franchise. Fucking cockroaches. The scene where they die as a building Godzilla Tower. Well, I should back a little. For those who don't know what Godzilla Tower is, the whole point of the plot was they were building a Godzilla Tower type of thing in a monster-themed amusement park. And Godzilla Tower is basically the base of operations, like where they control the Gigan and King Ghidorah, and this is where they're basically their base. But yeah, and anyways, the scene where the cockroach aliens are dying and still talking, in Japanese as they die to say the last few parting words. It was so bad, I laughed. I just stared at the screen like, wow. If you were to play this scene for somebody, dying, talking cockroach, it would be very hard to convince them that came from a Godzilla movie, but there it is, talking cockroach. That was just super lazy, just like, I don't get it. Was there a metaphor behind that? Or are they just that lazy? I mean, surely you could have put a cheap mask on them. That would have been better than them being fucking cockroaches. It's just, yeah. Yeah. Moving on, because the monsters, anything that's important in this movie is going to revolve around the monsters. Although I should warn you, the monsters don't get involved in the film till way later, which is fucking crazy. Because unlike Destroy All Monsters or Invasion of Astro Monster or Giga Threaded Monster, nothing is interesting is going on in the meantime. Just bullshit. So getting to the monsters, Godzilla. This is the Godzilla suit that was used in Godzilla vs. Hedorah, Destroy All Monsters, and Godzilla's Revenge. So you should know, I think this version of Godzilla is okay, not the best, but definitely not the worst. The problem is, this suit had the most use of all the Godzilla suits. It got used for 4 movies, which is a long time by Godzilla standards. Most suits get used for 1 or 2 movies and then they get trashed. So at the time this movie came out in '72, this fucking suit was falling apart. So even though it doesn't look that bad, the fucking suit itself is literally falling to pieces while the film is going on, which is just like, really? Really? I mean, when I first watched it, I was like, you could pretend that, it's just damage from the fight, but then you see, like, something as simple as him roaring, you see, like, little weird flake-looking things on the arm, just like, oh, God. And then, I love this, because I remember I first watched the Angry Video Game Nerds review of this movie during a Cinemassacre. That was an epic Godzilla-thon. And he said they couldn't even stop the famous Godzilla roar from fucking up. At first, I didn't know what he meant by that. So when I rewatched it, I was like, wow. I mean, it doesn't happen a lot, but I'll say it happens more than once. They literally fuck up Godzilla's roar. Like, it's like, what the fuck? It's like he's trying to roar, but then there's like this weird, like, scratching a record type of sound. I'm like, wait, what? No, this is impossible to fuck up. All you had to do was play some fucking stock roars. No one asked you to make new ones, but even that got fucked up somehow. So, like, what the hell? It's just, Jesus, dude, Jesus. Anguirus appears. The suit is in one piece, thank fucking Christ. This is the same version that appeared in Destroy All Monsters, so, not too much different. This Anguirus looks great, by the way. I've always loved Anguirus' design. It's freaking awesome. How does he do in the movie? Well, he's not as cool as he was in freaking Destroy All Monsters. Here, he's literally the punching bag. King Ghidorah and Gigan just beat the ever-living shit out of him. It's a good thing the job wasn't up to Anguirus to save the world, because fucking hell, he'd fail. Which is funny, because that's why people love Anguirus. He has that never give up attitude, which is definitely true. You definitely can see that in the monster's presence. The thing is, has that ever really worked for his fighting career? No. Mechagodzilla will go on to kick his ass later on, and in Final Wars, forget it. But moving on, they didn't fuck up Anguirus' roar. Fucking Gigan. This is the only thing, spoiler alert, I don't give this movie a 5 out of 10, which I probably should. Gigan is a saving grace of this movie to me. If it wasn't for Gigan, I'd probably rate this movie a whole lot fucking lower. Gigan to me was one of the greatest things Toho ever invented. He looks fucking fantastic. Uh, I love I guess you would say green. He's the whole green with the gold, I guess scales or feather looking things on his belly. It looks great. I noticed one review said this is Godzilla foes turning more Ultraman like. They're no longer animalistic like Rodan or King Ghidorah or Mothra. This is a literal, basically looks like more. Well, I won't say human, but it has like the body build of a human. Simple 2 arms, 2 legs. But of course, that's what's similarities and to anything human. Of course, I mean, for fuck's sake, it's crazy. He's a space cyborg. What he looked like at first, I don't know. I'm kind of curious, but I think it would also kind of ruin it. But yeah, basically he's a cyborg from space. That's all we really know about him. He has a great roar, great design, and I love his personality he's always had. He's a fierce fighter when things are going in his favor, but he's also a coward when things don't go in his favor. Which I love that they emulate that even more because it was Megalon. After Megalon's just getting his ass kicked, Gigan just abandons his ass, which is just hilarious. Which I was a little disappointed they didn't get any of that, sense of personality in Final Wars. I guess you could say they kind of got it when Gigan slashed into Monster X's tail on accident, and then you get a little snapshot of the monsters getting ready to fight, and Gigan doesn't pay any attention to it at all. He just really turns around to face Mothra. But it's not quite the same, which is why I definitely want to see Gigan appear again on film. He's such a great character as a monster. Freaking great. And of course, he made the fight scenes very interesting because, first off, Toho can't cheat when he's on screen because he's a new monster, so he can't use stock footage. So every scene with him in it is great, Even a fun city destruction scene where he takes on Tokyo, blows it away. And because he doesn't have a laser beam, which is weird. Which reminds me, if you had the VHS or saw any of the old posters, you probably noticed that Gigan, for some reason, the poster illustrators gave him a laser beam that comes from his forehead, which they would fix in Final Wars. He actually does have one now. But in the actual movie itself, he does not have one, which is why the poster really confused me. As a kid, I was like, wait, what? He doesn't have the laser beam that he had on the poster? What's going on here? Is this a mistake? Why give him fake abilities, on a poster? What the fuck? But like I was saying, so when Gigan destroys the city, it's all just melee, like swinging his arms and shit, and just boom. It's a great scene. There's some great shots of Gigan destroying the city. Great fucking shots. And like I was saying, when he fights, it's interesting because it's up until this point, well, except for in Godzilla's Hedorah, Godzilla did take a beating in that one too, but this is the first time we really see Godzilla getting laid into here. I'm talking blood everywhere. Gigan's fighting style is ferocious, using those scythe arms to just tear Godzilla a new one, that chainsaw belly. Which is great, which is another reason I hated Final Wars, when fucking Gigan kept slashing Godzilla's weapons. What the fuck, man? There's no blood? Why? I understand he's supposed to be a god and all, but still, that was the whole fun thing about when Gigan fought in the original movies, that he drew blood from Godzilla. He has that title. He's the first monster to make Godzilla bleed. He was legendary for that. It wasn't just once. He